So friends, today we'll discuss about the design of leaf spring. Now in the part 1 and 2 we have discussed about the design of helical spring and we already calculated some problems on that. Now leaf spring is one of the innovative spring and it is mostly used in the automobile vehicles. Specifically आपने देखा होगा ट्रक या बड़े जो vehicles होते हैं उसमें हमने leaf spring को देखा है. तो leaf spring के लिए fundamental concept is what? It works or it designed under the bending moment, maximum bending moment. So it is under the bending. So that is the idea on which leaf spring is to be designed. So before designing, we have to govern the equation of fundamental equation of bending. So for that, just you have to see here, considering the cantilever beam on one side and load acting on the end point with the length L, then moment is equal to W into load into distance from this figure. Okay, and then we are considering B as the width of the plate and T is the thickness of the plate. A rectangular plate is to be considered where B is the width and T is the thickness of the plate. And section modulus is equal to moment of inertia I divided by Y. Y is the center distance, that is T by 2 along the thickness axis, and I is equal to BT cube by 12. So putting this equation and simplifying this will give Z is equal to 1 by 6 BT cube or BT square by 6. Z is equal to BT square by 6. Now from this equation we have to see we are having the bending stress is equal to moment upon section modulus. The moment is equal to W into L, load into distance, that we have tested over here, and Z is calculated from the moment of inertia, Bt square by 6, and combining this will give this stress, bending stress 6WL by Bt square. Now we already have the delta, already derivative equation of the delta. From this equation, just have to see 6WL over BT square. We are putting this sigma in this equation and will give the delta as 6WL square over N. E is the modulus of elasticity into B T cube. And simplifying this will give sigma L square by E into T, where is the modulus of elasticity and L is the length of the plate or distance from where the load W is acting considering the cantilever end. Okay, so this is the delta deflection for such kind of the cantilever section, and you have to see here how we can use this in design of the spring. It is very simple to use this equation. Just you have to see here the shape of the or line diagram of the leaf spring, how it is seen. Leaf spring is seen having the master leaf, main leaf is there, or we can consider it as master leaf for which load W is acting with the connection at spring eye, both spring eye and rebound clip is there attached to make the all leaves together under the loading condition. So this is called as the rebound clip, and E clips are attached at the center with the bolt where actual load is to be supported by the automobile vehicle, for example. Say here some leaves are main leaf and some are graduated leaves. So bottom leaves are generally considered as graduated leaves, and for that we have to consider it as NG. NG means number of graduated leaves, and F is the number of free and F is the number of free branch leaves. Okay, and this is called as the camber. Camber is the distance from the central loading axis to the curvature of the master leaf, and this is the top view, how bolts are arranged and how leaves are to be attached. Okay. So this is about the except end is there, clearly visible with ordinary round and at the end of the leaves, different kind of the leaves. Now you have to keep in mind about one equation regarding relation between stress in the free length leaves, free full length leaves. F is denoted as full length leaves and G denotes the graduated leaves, as we have discussed in the previous slide. So sigma F is always 3 by 2 to sigma G, as we already derived sigma F in the previous slide. So we have put by notation F, sigma WF into L, sigma WF into L divided by NF into BT square is equal to 3 by 2 6 WG, G denotes the graduated leaf, into L, and so on. Okay, so this is the equation that we have put over here, and combining this equation and simplifying this will give WF, load over the full length leaf, divided by load over the graduated leaf, is always equal to 3 by 2 times number of full length leaves divided by number of graduated leaves. Now to make it simple, adding 1 on the both side from this equation, in this equation number, adding 1 to the both side and make it more simple, just have to see, then WF by WG divided by WG is equal to 3NF plus 2NG divided by 2NG. And from this equation, you can easily find out, WG. Why we have put it here, WG, where W is the total load, WG plus WF, load on the graduated leaf plus load on the full length leaves, and WG is the load taken by the graduated leaves, and WF is the load taken by the full length leaves. So this is about the loading condition that you have to keep in mind. And to see how to use this equation is there, we have to rewrite this equation again. Same equation you have to rewrite again. WG by WF is equal to 2 by 3 NG by NF, and equating, adding 1 on both sides will give, and simplifying in the same manner WF. Initially we have calculated the WG, here we have calculated or derived the equation for the WF. So this is the load. Both the sides load can be calculated by such kind of equations. Now bending stress for full length leaves are 6. This equation is already there. We have in the previous slide we have already discussed this equation. Here what we have to do, we have to add the WF, value of the WF derived in form of the total load W, because total load W is already given. Mostly total load is given acting on the leaf spring, and then WG and WF you have to separate it out. So that is the case why we are converting this equation in the beginning, because W is already given, W is normally given, and simplifying this equation will give sigma F is equal to 8WL divided by BT square 2NG plus 3NF, where N is the number of leaves, graduated and full length leaves, and sigma F is equal to 3 by sigma G. So simply you have to put it 3 by 2, 2 by 3, because sigma G, you have to find out sigma G. So 2 by 3 sigma F. So multiplying this equation with the 2 by 3 will give 12WL over BT square twice NG plus 3NF. So these are the two equations that you have to remember to calculate the stress at the full length leaves and stress at the graduated leaves. And deflection in full length and graduated leaves is given by equation. This equation, as we already written this equation, twice into the sigma F into L square upon 3 ET, in which what we have to do, we have to put value of the sigma F that we already derived in the upper equation, and simplifying will give this delta that you have to remember. That may be helpful in calculating the problems. Okay, so it may be helpful in calculating the problems. Now what we have to do? We have already calculated sigma g, sigma f, and delta. Now what we have to do? We have to see one more thing here. Nipping. Most probably, this is the condition specifically found in leaf spring. Now, what happens in nipping? Just have to see here. It is a simple phenomena. Where the stresses in full length leaf is 50% greater than stresses in graduated leaves. That is the normal tendency, that stresses are normally more in full length leaves. In order to utilize the material to the best advantage, all leaves should be equally stressed. Otherwise, it is very difficult. If all leaves should equally be stressed, then we have the advantage of taking the material. It is the material advantage that it can take more load, or we can compromise on the selection of the material to make it economical. So nipping is helpful in this case. The condition may be obtained by these two ways. Just have to see one way, by making the full length leaf. Keep in mind, by making the full length leaves of smaller thickness than graduated leaves. So thickness here you have to see. Thickness of the full length leaf is to be kept smaller. In this way, full length leaves will infuse smaller bending stress due to small distance from the neutral axis d by 2. D by 2 becomes smaller because we have to keep the d smaller. Okay, so that is the thing. And another approach is what? So automatically what happens, as 50% chances are greater in this, more stresses are there. स्ट्रेसेस ज्यादा है फुल लेंथ लीव में, तो आपको ग्रेजुएटेड लीव में तो आपको स्ट्रेस रिड्यूस नहीं करना है. आपको क्या करना है, आपको ऑटोमेटिकली जो ये थिकनेस है उसको कम रखेंगे आप, तो ऑटोमेटिकली स्ट्रेस आपका फुल लेंथ लीव में ही कम होगा. फुल लेंथ लीव में ही आपका स्ट्रेसिस कम होगा. और वी आर ट्राइंग टू मेक द स्ट्रेस इन इक्वल मैनर मोस्ट प्रोबेबली इन ऑल काइंड ऑफ द लीव्स. एंड अनदर थिंग इज व्हाट, यहाँ पे दूसरी चीज ये है कि बाय गिविंग ग्रेटर रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर टू द फुल लेंथ लीव को आप ग्रेटर रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर ज्यादा दे दो. ठीक है ना, एज शोन इन द फिगर, यू कैन सी इन द फिगर. बिफोर लीव्स आर असेंबल्ड टू फॉर्म ए स्प्रिंग. स्प्रिंग को आप बनाने से पहले ही रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर जो है आपकी, नॉर्मली आप इतनी रखते हो इनिशियली, देखो आप. बट आप क्या करो, ये जो डॉटेड लाइन दिखाई है ना, ये डॉटेड लाइन इतनी रख दो. सो रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर आप बढ़ा दो. तो रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर बढ़ाने से क्या होगा आपका, देखो, बिफोर बाय डूइंग सो ए गैप और क्लियरेंस विल लेफ्ट बिटवीन द लीव्स. तो आप सपोज आपका थिकनेस नहीं बढ़ाना चाहते हो, तो आप रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर बढ़ा दो. रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर बढ़ाने से क्या होगा, आपका मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया चेंज हो जाएगा. एंड डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया ऑटोमेटिकली स्ट्रेसेस आर रिड्यूस्ड. But in that case, what happens? Some gap is generated in this. Okay, that initial gap is normally called as the nip, NIP nip. That gap is normally called as the nip. So nip is nothing but providing more radius of curvature to the full length leaves to reduce the stress so that all leaves should be equally stressed. So that is the phenomena of, and mostly found in the leaf spring. Clear about the nipping of the spring? Now, also we have to see one problem in this, so you can easily understand about how you can see. Now, before considering the leaf spring, we have already seen one thing about the delta. We have already calculated delta in that case. Okay, so here delta G is equal to delta F plus C. Okay, and so C is equal to deflection in graduated leaf minus deflection in full length leaf. C is the nipping. Okay, so differentiate, we already calculated the delta in the initial slides. So what you have to do is, you have to do nothing, you have to use that equation to make it simplified. Now, one of the objective of nipping is what? To make the stress in equal manner. So we are assuming stress in equal manner, and already we have the stress equation. So equating both the stress equation and see the loading condition. Now these equations for the same stress level is simplified, and this WF and WG, here you can see WG and WF is already there in this C. Put the value of WG in form of number of leaves, okay, in this case, and there is the solution, one equation of C twice WL cube divided by N into E BT cube. Okay, so this is about the uh, finding the value of C by substituting WG and WF, loading condition in graduated leaves and free length leaves or full length leaves. Okay, so this is about the C, and just have to make it more simplified, as we have seen the loading condition in terms of number of leaves and Ng and Nf. So trying to put the value of Ng and Nf in this equation to get the W. So here you have to see the load on the clipboard WB. The load on the clipboard WB close required to close the gap. Okay, that gap we already consider as nip. To equate the end gap is equal to initial reflection of the full length and graduated leaves. So that gap is normally the sum of the delta F plus delta G. So what you have to do is you have to put the value of C, you have to put the value of delta F, and you have to put the value of delta G over here, and make it simple. W by N, omitting the common terms. Just have to see omitting the common terms. Okay, and trying to find out the WB, load on the clipboards, WB. So here we have calculated WB, load on the clipboard, WB, and final stress is equal to this stress minus this stress into WB by 2, and simplifying in form of number of leaves. In form of number of leaves, you'll get this load. Here, what we have to do, we have added n, total n is equal to NF plus NG, substituting n as NF plus NG as mentioned over here. So n is the total number of leaves, and omitting the extra terms will give the final stress 6WL divided by NB T cube. Try to remember this equation. Derivation is not so much important, but try to remember the final stress equation for the purpose of example and designing. Now, how to use this equation in form of problem that you have to see in the upcoming slides. And before that, we are likely to consider the length of the spring leaves. So 2L1 length of the span over overall length of the spring. Why we have put it 2 means from the central bolt, one side is considered as L1 and another side is considered as also L1. So combining will get 2L1. Okay, 2L1, where length of the overall length of the spring. Small l is the width of the band or distance between the center of the U2. U2 जो बीच में हमने एक बोल्ट लगाए हैं जिसके पर लोडिंग कंडीशन आता है, तो उसका लेंथ हम L ले रहे हैं. तो हम क्या करेंगे, ओवरऑल लेंथ, इफेक्टिव लेंथ L कैपिटल L इज द इफेक्टिव लेंथ. ओके, तो इफेक्टिव लेंथ को फाइंड करने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे, 2L1 जो फुल लेंथ है, ओवरऑल स्पान और ओवरऑल लेंथ ऑफ द स्प्रिंग जो है, उसमें से हम जो U बोल्ट हम यूज कर रहे हैं उसकी लेंथ को माइनस कर रहे हैं. ठीक है ना. बैंड यूज कर रहे हो तो आप सिंपल एल कर दो, और यू बोल्ट आप यूज कर रहे हो तो 2/3 ऑफ दी स्मॉल एल कर दो. ओके, एन वेर एन इज दी एन एफ प्लस एन जी. तो आपका ये ओवरऑल लेंथ हो जाएगा. ओवरऑल लेंथ के बाद आप देखो लेंथ ऑफ द स्मॉलर लीफ आप ले लो, इफेक्टिव लेंथ divided by n minus 1 plus ineffective length, and length of the next leaf is effective length divided by n minus 1 into 2 plus ineffective length, and so on continuously, into 3 into 4 into 5. In general we can call it as length of n minus 1. If n is the total number of leaves, then length of n minus 1, suppose say total number of leaves are 8, then length of 7 leaves is effective length divided by n minus 1 into n minus 1 plus ineffective length. Ineffective length को आपको ऐड कर देना है, and n becomes the automatically master leaf. Master leaf or full length leaves. You can consider it as full length leaves over which eyes are to be set. So and length of the master leaf price L1 plus pi into d plus t, where d is the inside diameter of the eye and t is the thickness of the master leaf. So pi d t, that is the circumference, into 2. 2 से multiply हम कर रहे हैं to get the full length on the both sides. So twice L1 plus twice pi d plus t, where d is the diameter of the eye and t is the thickness of the master leaf. Now the appropriate relation between radius of curvature, जो radius of curvature हम normally generate करते हैं निपिंग में, and कैम्बर भी मैंने बताया था आपको फिगर में, y कैम्बर को. तो दोनों के लिए एक रिलेशन है, रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर r is equal to L1 square, L1, okay, L1 is the length, square upon 2y, where y is the camber, okay, and extracting this equation will give 2y, 2r plus y is equal to L1 square. Exact equation is this one, and L1 is the half span, twice L1 is the full span. Okay, so that is the exact relation between these two. Okay, so you can use this equation in finding the different lengths in the example. Now how to use this I will show you by this example in the quick manner. Now we have to design the spring from the following leaf spring from the following condition. Total loading condition is given as 140 kilonewton. Number of springs supporting the load is 4. Number of springs supporting the load is 4. Maximum number of leaf is 10. N is equal to 10. Span of the spring is L1. Total span means twice L1. Permissible deflection delta is 80 mm. Young's modulus of elasticity is given 200 kilonewton per mm square. And allowable allowable stress in spring material is 600 megapascal. Now here you have to see loading condition is given, number of springs are given, number of leaves, then total span. Okay, total span L is there, span of the spring, not total span, but span of the spring is given, so we are taking it as L directly. E and sigma is also there. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to design the spring. So initially we have to design the spring, we have to find the dimension of the springs. Ultimately we have to find the dimensions of the springs, and for finding the dimensions, ultimately we have to see the cross-sectional area of the spring material or spring component, that is B and T, width and thickness of the material. So we already have sigma is equal to 6, final stress sigma, you have to recall the final stress sigma is equal to 6 WL over pi n into BT square. Okay, but we don't have the sigma, total loading condition is already there, but sigma is given, but load condition is not given. Okay, so load is what? Total 140 load is given, but for springs are used here. अब देखो कई बार क्या होता है, दो स्पान होते हैं तो टोटल लोडिंग कंडीशन में 4 व्हील्स होते हैं, तो चारों व्हील पे लीफ स्प्रिंग आपकी लगी होती है. तो एक स्प्रिंग आप डिजाइन करते हो ना, तो लोडिंग कंडीशन आपकी हर स्प्रिंग पे इक्वली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो जाएगी. 4 इसलिए रखा हुआ है कि 4 व्हील्स होते हैं, कोई भी बड़े जो ट्रक या टेलर होता है उसमें। तो हम क्या करेंगे, टोटल लोड जो 2W है उसको 140/4 पे डिवाइड करके एक लोड ले लेंगे, और W को हम लेंगे न्यूटन में कन्वर्ट कर लेंगे, ताकि वो W डिवाइड हो जाएगा स्टील 50% वन एंड पे हो जाएगा। लीफ में आप याद रखो, ये मोमेंट होता है ना, ऐसे आपका लीफ ऐसे होती है, 50% इस साइड पे हो जाएगा और 50% आपका इस साइड पे हो जाएगा, एंड कंसिडरिंग दी वन साइड एज कैंटिलीवर एज वी हैव ऑलरेडी डेरिव द इक्वेशन। तो आपका लोडिंग कंडीशन ऐसे आपको डेरिव करना पड़ेगा। डिराइव करने के बाद आप बाद में सब डाल दो, एन भी डाल दो, एंड यू हैव टू फाइंड द रिलेशन बिटवीन दिस टू एन बी टी स्क्वायर। ठीक है ना, एन बी टी स्क्वायर से आप रिलेशन मिलेगा आपको। और इसके बाद आपको क्या करना है, देखो आप, ठीक है, यहाँ पे आपको इक्वेशन में रिफ्लेक्शन का इक्वेशन आप यूज करो। अभी रिफ्लेक्शन इज इक्वल टू, बिकॉज आपके पास दो अननोन है तो दो इक्वेशन चाहिए आपको। तो दूसरा एक आप सिग्मा का इक्वेशन लेना है आपको, दूसरा लेना है आपको डेल्टा का इक्वेशन। डेल्टा का इक्वेशन यहाँ पे डालो, डेल्टा इज गिवन and you have to find out the another relation, and from these two relation, two relation will get both T and B. So that is the design of the spring. Design of the leaf spring means finding the dimensions of the leaf. Okay, so you can easily find out dimensions from this equation, and here you have to see. So this is about the leaf spring design. So in leaf spring design, what you have to keep in mind, you have to find out the cross-sectional area of the specifically master leaf, in which you have to consider the final stress equation and delta equation, and combining these two equations to get the cross-sectional area. Keep in mind these things. Okay, so I will stop my lecture over here, and in the upcoming section we have to see the another topic. Okay, thank you all.